Whenever you're ready, Lisa.
All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight on this holiday weekend. We just kind of wanted to come and show you what we do as coaches, why we do what we do, and why we like it so much and are always talking about it. So here's just a little bit about us. And let's see, can we just the next one? All right. This is me. Hello. My name is Lisa Humphrey. Cinco de Mayo, I'll always remember, it will be 6 years that I've been coaching. And no, you cannot tell me a secret. I'm a mom of 3, one that just got out of bed and is coming to bother me right now. I'm a full-time teacher. My husband is in the military. That's actually kind of when I got started, when he was going on a deployment. I love going hiking with my family. It is the best. I love being in nature. I love everything nature. I love the colors. I love, pretty much anything that's outdoors like that. And it's free. Take the kids out in nature. It is the best experience that they can really get that doesn't cost a dime. When I started this journey, it was about 6 years ago, and I was just at a loss and I was hating myself. I just had my son. He was 6 months old. My husband was leaving for a deployment. He was going to be gone just under a year. And I was just kind of stressed out. I just wasn't happy with myself, with the way I looked. I wasn't comfortable. I would wear the same 3 like over sweaters, like a shirt, like a big shirt, and then a sweater that could cover it all. And I've since like had to like burn them, get those sweaters out of my house because they just made me think of that time, and I absolutely hated it. And I just knew that I had to do something, so I couldn't stay stuck like that anymore. And that was right around the time that the 21 Day Fix came out, and I was like, all right, this is awesome. Like, I can do 21 Day Fix. I'll try it. What do I have to lose? I grew up, I was always active, but then being 50 pounds overweight, I could barely be active. I was trying, but I could barely stand up and get my son out of the bathtub. And I just remembered that was like my moment when I said, like, I'm not going to live like this, you know? And I understand people have babies. A lot of my friends just, turn right back into what they looked like before they had their kids. And I wasn't that fortunate. And I knew that I was going to have to work really hard. I've always had to work really hard. If I eat one M&M, I feel like I gain like 10 pounds. So I knew I had to do something, get my nutrition on track. And I started seeing instant results. And then I was like, you know what? I think that I need to coach. I need to freaking start sharing this with people because it's working. And why not? I'm sharing my journey anyway. And that's pretty much the gist of coaching. So let me just try it out. What's the worst that could happen, is I get healthy and fit. Okay, sounds good. Sign me up. So finally I said, yes, let's do this. And now 6 years later, here I am and absolutely loving it. So let's hear a little bit about
Me. Hold on, I'm having problems with my computer. All right. So, hey everyone, my name is Rose Smith. I actually started coaching 8 years ago. Yeah, 8 years ago. Crazy. It like seems like it was just yesterday. But I was a high school athletic trainer and just going through the motions of life, of just my career and all that stuff. I gained a crap load of weight, and being an athletic trainer, it was super embarrassing. Like, I went to freaking school for this shit and I couldn't like get my own health and fitness under control. And my brother did this crazy workout program and he looked like jacked and he did it like from home. I'm like, all right, I work 6 days a week. I have no time. I already did like the treadmill and stuff like during my prep period, and that did nothing for me. So I was like, all right, let me give this insanity a go. And I got the DVDs back then off of Amazon. I did it in my condo. I was on the second floor. So if you've ever done insanity, you're like jumping the entire time. And my neighbor never gave me like the mop on the or the broomstick on the floor. And I did that program and got in the best shape of my life. And I was like, holy shit, like, why was I killing myself on this dumb treadmill that I couldn't freaking stand? And I could just do this for 30 minutes a day. I'm like, do other people know about this? It just like blew my mind that I went onto the website. I saw you could be a coach. And at that time, like I said, I was kind of struggling internally with like, how can I do this job that I love helping people, but I didn't love not doing it my way. Like my boss was a superintendent and principals and an athletic director and football coaches that would, have me put a kid in with their leg broke. And I'm like, wait, 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 wait. This is all wrong. Like, I'm here to protect the kids. And it was almost the other way around of what everybody else was telling me to do. So I was pretty miserable with my job and thinking, like, how the hell am I going to make it to the age of 65 and retire? Like, I am not making it another 5 freaking years doing this. So, did I really think this could be a career for me? No, like, that didn't happen for people like me. Like I'm just a normal person, right? But I was willing to give it a shot because my coach was a single stay-at-home mom, and her story was absolutely incredible. And she was like 40, and I'm like, shit, if she could freaking do this, like, no offense, I love her. Like, why can't I do this, right? I had no social media background. I like super shy. I had all the cards stacked against me, but there was just one thing in my mind, and that was like, what if? What if this could be the thing that works for me? And I was too like scared chicken shit to just do it. So I just did it. Within 3 years, I was able to make a six-figure income through coaching. So through posting my selfie, doing my workouts, and drinking a shake, and inviting people to join me. Like it still blows my mind 8 years later because people said to me, this would never last. And then I'm like, ha 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 ha. Here we are 8 years later, stronger than ever, where people need this. Like people need this so, so bad right now. So we're strong, like I said, we're stronger than ever. And it's just been such a blessing financially, emotionally, for my family, all the amazing ladies I've met on this team. Now I'm at home and I still work as a coach in between my crazy son pulling me around all over the place. But I wouldn't have it any other way. It was all thanks to that one decision where I was like, screw it, let's just say yes and try this thing.
Hey everyone, my name's Jen. I have been coaching since last May, so next month will be a year for me. But I was no stranger to Beachbody. Like Rose, I did Insanity 8 years ago, but I also bought the DVDs, I think bootlegged off eBay. And I think they sat on my shelf for a while and got dusty before I ever even picked them up. And then one day I decided to try it and I got amazing results with just the workouts, not following any nutrition, but I still had no idea what this Beachbody thing was. I didn't know that there was a community. I didn't know there was anything about coaching because I didn't buy it through the company. I bought it offline. So all I knew was to put the DVD in and press play. And then some time passed and I wanted to try another program and I got signed up with a free coach, but I never really connected with my free coach. So I was still kind of just going at it by myself. And then actually Lisa connected to my mom on Facebook. And then there was a new program called 80-Day Obsession coming out and I wanted to do it. And my mom was like, you should follow this girl. Like maybe you can join her group. She's posting about groups. So I think my mom reached out to Lisa and said, oh, can my daughter join? Then we switched me over to Lisa. So Lisa's actually my coach. I did 80-Day Obsession a few years ago and I did well. And like anything else, I fell off. Again, I still didn't know that much about the community and I gained weight back. And then this past year, I went through the hardest year of my life and I knew I needed to do something again. So I reached out to Lisa and told her I wanted to try again. So I went back to what worked for me before and I tried 80-Day Obsession again. And 1 month in, I was doing the workouts, but I was not following any nutrition and I was not getting any results. And then I reached out to Lisa again and said, all right, I want to try this coaching thing. Because after starting the program was right when COVID happened and the shutdown came and I lost my part-time job. I still had my full-time job, but I lost my part-time job. And I was like, okay, maybe I can make some money while I'm doing this and also get the accountability of coaching, because if I'm posting and people are looking at my posts, I can't not post, right? I can't not do it. So I started coaching, and coaching has been the thing that has made me stick to my goals every single day. And actually, when we wrote this, I was down 33 pounds. Now I'm officially down 35 pounds. Right.
So awesome, Jen. So awesome.
Yeah, and I love how this just like keeps everyone connected, keeps us in the game, even during like life's toughest moments. We all go through like just shitty stuff that happens in life, but this is something that keeps us all together, keeps our just ourselves accountable to, you know, like still just moving forward in life regardless. So who are we? We are a team, Beachbody is actually, I think almost 400,000 coaches. Our team right now, I think, is about 2,200 coaches. So I'm pretty excited and proud of that. But we're from the US, Canada, UK, France. And within the next few years, we're going to have way more many, is that even a word? Many more countries that we are able to be have our businesses grow in those countries. So it's pretty awesome. And there's not one type of person that's like, oh, she's a coach, or oh, she's a coach. We are all different walks of lives, from all different states, from awesome accents we have on our team. We have really, you know, from North Dakota to Southern accents, North Carolina, all that fun stuff. But it really is just about being, like I said, connected with people that are just every day. Like there's nothing special. Like we're all special in our own ways, but there's nothing special that says she's a great coach because that. Like we all can inspire and motivate people just because we're willing to kind of put ourselves out there and live our lives to show people like, this is what works for me, and this could help you, and I have the tools that can help you. So that's why I freaking love this, because literally anybody can do this if they want to, if they have the I don't want to say guts, because some people are like, people have that confidence and they're like, yeah, let me just do it, right? But people that need something in their life, whether it is their fitness, financially, or they just need that community, or they just need that positive mindset, this covers all of that. And like I said before, like now more than ever, like everybody needs what we have to offer. So if you're obviously watching this, then hopefully one of those pieces could be what's missing in your life, whether it's the fitness and health part, or it's the financial part, or whether like you need a good group of girlfriends to just like see every single day and like see them on social media and not be like negativity again, or you just need that positive mindset so you can grow and dream big and get out of whatever funk that you might be in.
Rose, I love how you said too, just having that positive mindset, because even all those girls, everybody that's on our team, every coach will say, like, it's amazing how when I started this, now my news feed is just like a ton of positivity. No girls, like nobody picking on each other. It's everybody just lifting each other up. And that was just such an awesome thing that all of the girls that are new coaches on our team will always say, like, wow, the positivity is just awesome. And my news feed is just filled with good things and people trying to like bring each other up. And that's one thing that I take like huge pride in, knowing that we're just trying to be better and do better by being more positive.
Yeah, and I mean, this whole year, like shit's hit the fan, right? And my husband would be like, "Oh, did you see that? Did you see that?" I'm like, "No, like all I have is people working out, being happy, and like smiling. Like that's all I see." And what you focus on expands. So if you're surrounding your world with negativity and naysayers and just bullcrap that's out there right now, that's what you're gonna feel, that like emotionally and like inside, and it's just gonna seep and like into every pore of your being, right? But if all you see is like happy people working out and giving positivity, like that is so huge to surround yourself with that. So like I said, this can be for everybody, but you're gonna have those objections that pop up in your head of like, but Rose, I don't have any time. And guess what? I can ask every single coach on my team, and they've said the same thing. And everyone's going to say, I have no time. I'm so busy. I work full time. Most of our girls work full time still. There's some stay at home moms, there's some part time workers, nurses, teachers, yada, 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 right? Your priorities is what you fill your day with. So if you can look at your time, and this is what we help you with, is to see like what is the priorities that's actually filling up your day. Because a lot of times we're not taking control of our time, we're just letting the day control us. So with seeing like, all right, what are your goals? And like I never had goals before I started this. Like my goal was to like get good grades, go to college, graduate, and get a career and live happily ever after. And then when that happened, I'm like, shit, like this is boring. Like I'm 25. Like, where's my life going? Right. But I started having goals and dreams. And I didn't have the avenue to get there until this came along. So I was working 6 days a week. I worked like crazy hours with athletic training because I had to be there for practices, football games at, Friday night, Saturday mornings, weekends, holidays, like all this stuff. I was also in a long distance relationship. So I could say then, right? And I did say then, I had no time, but I had a drive to be better, to do better, to have more for my life than what I was currently living. So ask yourself, like, do you want to get somewhere else that you currently don't have? Then all that takes is just some priorities, right? So I started waking up early. I stopped watching TV when I got home at 8 o'clock at night. I didn't have much time that I watched it, but that little 30 minutes here, an hour there really started to add up. So don't think that, and I'm sure we'll talk about this too, is you don't need to do this. You don't need to do this 40 hours. My business was built in like 30-minute increments while working 50 to 60 hours and traveling 3 hours one way on the weekends. Like I said, I was in a long distance relationship. So it can absolutely work for you by just prioritizing and seeing those cracks in your day of like, is watching Netflix really going to get you to your goal? Or is the mindless scrolling? And I tell this to people all the time, like you're scrolling on Facebook, you're scrolling on Instagram. What if you just use that time towards this? Like you could make money by connecting with people, by seeing how you could help people, by connecting people with people that like are your people, and like having fun with it. So it is absolutely doable. You don't need 500 hours a day to do this business. All you need is little pockets of time where you're prioritizing. Am I doing this one too? Ah, all right. I'm doing this one too. This is a new presentation, so bear with me. So, how do we make money doing this, doing what we do as coaches? So, first of all, like our job as a coach, number one is just to work on ourselves. So, that's the number one thing is we work on ourselves first and foremost, health, fitness, mentally, um, and then we just share it with other people and then we help them get results. So it's like that three those three things, and then it just goes, it's just continual, right? Like I didn't lose 30 pounds 8 years ago and go, oh, all right, that's it for my coaching career. No, like I'm always continually learning and growing and wanting to improve myself in all different ways. So that's what I continually share with people. And when I'm able to connect with somebody and help them find a workout program that's right for them, find a nutrition plan that's going to work for them, we earn commissions through whatever tool that we help people with. We also earn what's called a team bonus cycle. So As a team, we collect volume from different products. So that is, so in the beginning as a coach, you're going to be making a lot of commission, right? And this is, I always say this too, it's not a get rich quick scheme, right? I'm not going to say, oh, when you sign up as a coach, you're going to make $2,000 a week. Could that happen? Highly unlikely. Whatever you put into this business is what you're going to get out. As many people as you help, that is what is going to be reflected in your income. So the more people you help, the more income that you're going to earn. So we make that 25% commission. We make team bonus cycles by getting people results and then having them share their results. There's quarterly bonuses, there's trips that we earn, there's all types of free stuff. We're actually, I think you're able to get it too, Lisa. Tomorrow we're able to sign up for the 2022 trip to, I don't know where it's at, but it's going to be fun. I think it's Hard Rock in Puna, not Puna, kind of Riviera Maya, somewhere around that place. So it's so much more. And don't get me wrong, like money is a huge driving force for me, and it still is for me. But you always have to start small. Like, what could $100 a week do for you? And if we were to ask you, like, would $200 a week be worth it for you? Ask yourself, like, what would you do with that money? Like, would it help burden off some of the student loan debt that you have, or just, freaking cell phone bills, freaking insane, right? That $200 could absolutely go to that. Like, the stress that we have that we put on ourselves nowadays because of all those extra things. Or maybe you're just planning for the future. You're planning to save for your kids' college fund. All of those things can be met through this. So just think about all the different opportunities that this could help you with.
And I like too that it's my things that I've been saying I can use that money for have been changing throughout the months and the years. Originally, I was like, all right, I just want to pay for my groceries and I want this job to pay for my groceries. Like, how awesome would that be? And it did. And I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. And I was like, you know what? I wonder what else this could pay for. If I could pay for my groceries, I'm like, when I had my first son, I'm like, let me see if I could pay for his childcare. And you know how expensive that is. So that was like such a burden on me because I worked a part-time job also. So he was always with the babysitter. I'm like, how am I going to be able to afford this? So I was like, let me just put in, after I put him to bed, I'll do an hour of work and let's see if I can make this work. And then I was paying for the babysitter because I was putting more into it. And now my goal is to save up the rest of the amount of money that we need to start the work on our house, put on our addition. But this grows and changes as you grow and change. But the fact that like I have an outlet, I would also love to quit my full-time job. That's on my plan. So I could actually do that and still make an income, even more than I'm making teaching. And I know that that can happen. And just having that vision for myself is what drives me to do the work, to help all the people that I can, to help the girls on my team, to help all the new coaches that sign up. That's what has me going and going. And we kind of teach you how to have a vision for yourself too. So just such a cool thing about the income.
Just me? All right.
Well, that's you on the right. That's me on the left.
So one of the biggest things that we hear is, I don't want to coach because I'm not fit, or I'm not fit enough, or I'm not at my goal, or I don't have results. Like, I hear that all the time when I reach out to people and ask, and people that I think would be great at this. Most of us aren't at our goal when we start. The photos on the left are Lisa. The first one was after your first son, right? Your first son. She put on, I think, 50 pounds after her first son. And now she looks even better than that after 3 kids. She's found the tools that help her each time to find success. And that's me on the right, down about 33 pounds or so, I think, when we took this photo. And I look back and I don't even recognize myself, to be honest. But when I started this journey coaching, I was the heaviest I'd ever been in my entire life. And for some, that's an advantage, even because people want to see your struggles too. They don't want to just see this image of perfection that doesn't even seem attainable. So when they see you going through the struggles and they see that you're doing all of these things and it's working, they think they realize that they can do it too. So sometimes it gives you an advantage. And then also when you submit your before and afters, you can win money. Lisa won $500 from her photos.
Oh yeah. Those shorts have to be falling off of you by now, Jen. You still have them?
I have them only for the photos. I can't work out in them anymore.
I know, it's so funny.
I just have them so I can take the pictures.
She was wearing a shirt the other day that I gave her when she started coaching. That was only a year ago. And the shirt is like 5 times big on her. I'm like, Jen, I have to get you a new shirt because that thing is huge.
It's way too big. So what's in it for me? Everything. But the first thing is to touch on what Rose was talking about, like how our goals can change and everything. I am still technically a newer coach in a year, and my first goal is to go on that Success Club trip. I cannot wait to get that invitation. I mean, obviously income is a driving factor for me as well, but there are also so many perks and so many fun things that we get to do, and I can't wait to go on that trip. But for a lot of people, when they sign up, which was how I signed up, was for the discount. I really had no interest in coaching. I never wanted to post my sweaty selfies. I never really wanted to feel like I was selling anybody anything, but I was obsessed with the Shakeology. It was working for me. I was getting results, and I signed up as a discount coach because it saved me money every month. But there's no quotas. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to sign anyone up, and you still get that discount. So that's the first thing that we get. It's 25% off of all of your products in the future. So if you drink the pre and post workout, if you like shirts, if you like, even when new programs come out, you get a discount on that. The second thing is support. And to me, that's probably one of the most important things. I can wake up any morning, whether I'm having a good day or a bad day, and I have all these friends that I would have never crossed paths with without this, who lift me up when I'm down, and when I'm up, they just push me even higher and cheer me on. And I mean, it's just the most incredible feeling. The next one is payday once a week, which is obviously awesome. For my full-time job, I have to wait every 2 weeks, but I always know that I have something coming from this business, and that's kind of determined by me, by how much work I'm willing to put in. And like from my full-time job, it's flat regardless, whether I work 80 hours or I work 40 hours, I'm getting the same amount, and my raise is dependent on someone else. The next is the prizes and trips, which are amazing. When you help a certain amount of people a month, you just get free stuff just because, and my full-time job doesn't give me anything for free. So I get cool shirts, and we just got a massage wand this month. This year, if you hit all your goals, you get a pair of Ray-Bans, and I'm working for those too. And then the next thing that you get is, it's really about your whole life. And people think that they're too busy for this, but what it teaches us is how to use our time wisely. So you actually find out that you can be so much more productive by doing it. And I've obviously met the best people, Rose and Lisa, 2 of them. And to be honest, I would have never met them without this. We don't come from the same town. We don't have the same mutual friends. Some of us are the same age, some of us are not. So it's just so incredible how you have an entire group of people that you would have never known. Like Rose was talking about, we have people in other states, people literally in other countries. Like, where would we have ever met them without this? And they become some of your best friends. I talk to them sometimes more than I talk to my own mom. And we definitely get in amazing shape. And the best part is, it's changed my life in more ways than I can tell you. I'm definitely not even close to the same person I was a year ago. And here's the big one as well. People don't want to sell anything, right? But we don't do that. I personally don't push anybody. I invite people because I know that this was a gift that was given to me that did change my life. And I believe in it so much that I want everyone to know about it. Just like if you were going to your favorite restaurant, you tell people about it, right? But you're not selling anything. Or you go to a clothing store and you get a cute dress, and when someone asks you where it came from, you're not selling them that dress, right? You're sharing with them what you love. And that's what this business and this community is for me. The second one is about selling is we read and we listen to podcasts and we do so many trainings that change our mindset. And you learn just how to be the best version of yourself where you don't have to sell anything. In the beginning, you do reach out to some people, but after a while, people see how much it's changed you and they come to you at some point and they're like, help me. And then the next one, oh, I think I touched on that already. We just invite people to join us. That's it. You just say, hey, I'm doing this. I have this group. I have this challenge, and you should join. You should get these results. You should get all of this as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Jen. And people, there I am again. People are always asking, okay, how do I learn how to do this? That is what we are here for. We teach all of our new coaches exactly how to do it. This video that's coming across on the left here is from our coach mentorship, the last one that we ran. And we put our new coaches in there and kind of daily speak to them. We talk to them personally, see how they're doing, send them checklists. There's a ton of information out there. It's just, what are you going to do? Are you going to put in a little bit of work to gain everything that you've been listening to this whole time? Or are you just going to have your goals and not really do anything with them? But we give you and teach you and show you exactly how to build a successful business. Rose is a six-figure earner, was able to quit her job, like she said. She is my coach. She is living proof that this works. Her coach is in the Millionaires Club. Like, it's just freaking wild. And they have shown me, and then now I'm showing Jen, and Jen is showing her coaches, and that's kind of like the funnel effect. But that's really it. Everybody is super helpful. We have team pages. We have our bod groups, which are really cool. And everybody just kind of helps each other. And it's just a ton of support that you really won't find anywhere else. And that's pretty much how you learn how to do it. And then it's going to be up to you to put the work in and actually just go and do whatever we teach you how to do. This isn't something that a business that is going to grow to a six-figure business by doing nothing. You're going to have to put in some work, right? And when I had my newborn here by myself, working 2 jobs with my husband away, I didn't have that much time, but I was still doing okay because I was getting those groceries, right? I was putting in maybe an hour a day throughout the day, little breaks here and there that I would be able to, like, okay, let me check in with my phone. And then I made it, after my first year of coaching, I made it I was a little more strict with myself. I'm like, okay, I'm going to give myself an hour here or an hour there, or whenever I can fit it into my schedule. But I made time for this business. And that's something that I think as a newer coach, you kind of have to do. This is a business, right? This isn't just we're saying like, hey, go sell Kool-Aid on the corner down the street. You know, you are actually owning a business that is helping other people that you get paid for. So you're not going to get paid and not do any work, right? You're not going to go to your full-time job and not do anything and just sit there all day. I mean, I'm sure some people do, but you can't expect to get paid if you're not going to put in the work. So just keep that in mind, and we show you exactly how to do the work and how to put in the time. And let's just talk about how much it costs right now. There is no fee to start. I know that that legging business, whatever it was, the LuLaRoe, I think it was, there was like a crazy startup fee, like thousands of dollars to start that up, right? Because that was their business. If you want to go and open a business down the street, an ice cream shop, whatever it may be, it's thousands of dollars to start up your business. We don't have to worry about that. The only thing that you are buying is your own challenge pack, which is your workouts and your nutrition. And that's it. That's what you are in charge of when you start. And that's exactly what the challenge pack is. You get your challenge pack. That's what that's called when you get that together. Your Beachbody On Demand, you get that for the entire year. And you can get either your Shakeology or the performance line, which is your pre-workout and your post-workout, whatever you want out of all of the things that we have to offer. Make yourself your own little package. And that's what you sign up with. And that's it. You're not responsible for paying for all these products or anything. Nothing gets shipped to your house and then you have to go and bring it to people. Like, no, when you sign people up and you already get your stuff, comes right to your house. People, it just goes right to them, and you just help them through an accountability group, through Messenger, on Facebook, through text message, email, whatever works for you. And the challenge pack prices, depending on what you want to get, they range from $160 to $220. So I'm talking $160, right? That you're signing somebody up. That's their gym for the year. They get every single program. You'll get every program that Beachbody ever had, that they ever came out with in the past, for that $160 for the entire year. You don't have to buy anything else. That's it. Plus, you're getting 30 meals with your Shakeology. I use it as a breakfast. Some days I'll use it as a lunch, sometimes even a dinner if the kids are at baseball and I know that time is getting crazy, or use it as a snack, whatever. But it includes 30 meals of that included in the $160. So for anybody to ever think like, oh, I really don't know, it's just looking at the value, knowing how much this can do for your life. And it's honestly like you're paying like, I think it's like 27 cents for your gym a month and like $3 and change for a shake. You really can't go wrong. I don't know. I would pay double. I would probably pay triple, to be honest.
Well, I always think of it like this. You can't go to the gym down the street and have them pay you for like referring people to go to that gym, right? It just like blows my mind how like everybody needs to be healthy and fit, yet we can grow a legit 6-figure, 7-figure business doing this. And I'll put the disclaimer, your income is because you freaking hustle and your hard damn work that you're going to put into this, right? But still, like Lisa said, to do a normal business is hundreds of thousands of dollars for Starbucks and this and that. It's insane. And the liability and all that, like liability insurance, like people don't understand, like $160 to own your own business. It's just dumb if you don't do it. Sorry. Like it just like still blows my mind that like this is possible and people can just grow their dreams through working out and sharing it with other people. I'm just talking in circles now. So.
Oh, I completely agree. And one of the coolest things, not only was that is it a business for us, but it becomes a business that your entire family benefits from. So whether you want them to or not, they are going to freaking join you at some point. I know a lot of the girls, their husbands join them. Mine will join me like once every 2 years for like a good like 2 weeks. That's pretty much his theme here. But the kids love it. They wake up expecting me to work out, and just saying like, Mom, can I work out with you? My one son was crying the other day because I didn't wait for him to wake up to go and do my workout. He wanted to do burpees with me. It's just incredible what they're learning, especially with nutrition. I grew up not having that nutrition piece and, not really knowing much about it. I remember like canned corn and canned green beans growing up. And I feel like it's just a different world that we live in now. But knowing all of the things that I know about nutrition, which was through this business, I wouldn't have put that much focus on it if I wasn't a coach and wasn't helping other people. But now I'll do my research because it's part of my job, right? And it's important to me. And it's important for those 3 little kids too. And it's important that's Jen and her mom over there on the left. And Jen and her dog is so cute, doing some yoga with her up there. And it's just awesome. My daughter Lacey, like thinking that she calls herself a little coach. If you ask her, she'll say I'm a little coach. And hopefully one day they will join me because this is just such an awesome opportunity. But it's something that everyone can benefit from. And you'll just see how your family dynamic will change once you are a better person. Another thing people say is like, well, if I'm a mom, I need to be with my kids. Like, I can't do this. I don't have time for this. If you think that you don't have time for this, okay. Like, we'll tell you how it can work having children and full-time jobs, like we said, but you can have the time for it. And once you do put in the time for you, give yourself some you time, you'll see how it changes everything else that follows that in your life. So I get up, I do my workouts early, right? It just makes me happier throughout the day. It gives me more energy to deal with my children and my students at school. It gives me the boost of confidence that I need to even just go out there and have a good day, right? Because you need to make it a good day. You need to do that yourself. Your day is not just going to be great. You can't rely on anybody else. And this will help you do that. And once you fill your cup, it's so much easier to fill everybody else's cup around you and pour all of your love into them because you feel fulfilled yourself. That's something that I learned through coaching. And pretty much all of the newer coaches say is one of the things that they love the most about it, because you take the time for yourself and it benefits everybody else in your life. So if you have ever thought about joining us, let us know what's stopping you, first of all, if there's anything stopping you, and we can try to help you out, answer your questions. But come and freaking join us because it's such a good time. And I would love for you to be at the next event with us. I would love to see you in the team page. It's really fun in there. We have a good time. And thank you everyone for joining us tonight.
We did have a really great question from Alicia, and I answered it in the post, but I think it's good to mention it here. She asked, do you have to pay a monthly, do you have to pay like the challenge pack price amount every single month? No, whatever, what you're responsible for is whatever products that you want every single month. It kind of depends on what you want. We do get 25% discount on all of the products. Personally, like in the beginning, I just started having my shakes every single month. And then like, as I started learning more about health and why things are healthy for me, like I started seeing the benefits of, you know, that it would help me. And then I was able to then share that with other people of like, oh, this collagen is so great. Look, my hair and my nails weren't breaking anymore. So you're just responsible for whatever products that you want. And then there is a $15 business service fee that covers things like your websites, your links, your Coach Online Office. So pretty much like Beachbody gives you like a planner for your business of like all your customers, other training besides like the team training that we give you, like your customer orders and all their information. So you don't have to like get like a Google document and like make all like this business stuff. Like that's all kind of like taken care of for you. And our first goal for every new coach is to get your product paid for. So if you're like, oh, how am I going to swing? And yes, I've had people tell me like they couldn't swing $15 a month, but then they just bought some like one of those monthly like meal prepping things. What's like one of those services? And I'm like, girl, you're just not you're not seeing the benefits of. So for example, like when I started, $15 a month, what it wasn't a struggle for me, but I was like stealing the internet off. Like I didn't have internet, but I was stealing it off my neighbor back then. Like no one really had like the password protection. So I was living paycheck to paycheck. So I get that. But you have to see of like this is a business and you have to put skin in the game, right? Like you're not going to earn money for free. Like you have to, what's the word I'm looking for?
Invest. You have to be invested.
You have to invest, and it's only $15 and whatever products that you want. Like I said, this is a legit business. Our first goal though is to get whatever products that you want, is to get your products paid for, and then set, you know, monthly income goals from there. And then we can reverse engineer your goals. So everything else, once your products are paid for, is money in the savings for you.
Yep. And what's even really cool about that is that say that you're getting Shakeology a month, if that's what you want to get for the month, awesome. With that, even with that fee included, you're paying $115. with that fee. As a customer without the fee, you pay 130. So it's just a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you just want to share your journey and coach to get yourself a discount, which includes a fee? You see what I'm saying? So it really just makes the most sense. And if you can earn an income while you're doing that and help your entire family, like why not, right?
And it's a meal, like we all have to eat, right? I think, right? Like we all have to eat. So you're eating your business pretty much. So if you're going to, like, I would always do like Dunkin' Donuts before I head to work, the coffee, the bagel, and I think I would get like a sandwich for later on in the day. That's just fucking expensive. That adds up. Like $10 every single day.
Mhm.
And I would literally like be in work shaking from like the caffeine and all. I literally like poured sugar in there. And then I would crash really fast and I'm like, why didn't I feel good? So also think about that as like, what are you doing now that's not working for you, that's not benefiting you, and how this could obviously fall into place and replace a meal that's you're not doing so great with, and it's going to be cheap, probably cheaper, and one of the healthiest meals that you're going to have for the day anyways.
I just got a question in my messenger, Rose. What are the ages of the coaches? So it starts at 18. We have 18-year-olds on our team, but we also have grandmas and almost a great grandma on our team also. So it's just at any, honestly, all ranges. Um, and they're killing it. I mean, seriously, our grandmas that I'm like obsessed with them. They are doing amazing. We have someone on our team, like a mother-daughter combo. Actually, Jen's mom just joined as a coach, and it's just so cool to see them doing it too. So there's no age limit, there's no age gap, and everybody on our team gets along like we are all the same exact age. It's so funny when you actually learn everybody's age, like, wow, I thought that you were this or that. And one of my best friends that I met through this business, today's actually her birthday. Happy birthday, Tracy. Is a lot younger than me, but I always thought we were the same age until I really found out. I'm like, no way. When you're around like-minded people and everybody is just trying to be positive, and don't get me wrong, like we all have our days, but then nobody's happy and positive 24/7. But the best thing about this is that the days that you're not, you have everybody else on our team that's pushing you to be happier and be better and just be an all-around better person. Thank you everybody for joining. If you think of any more questions, post them in our group and we would love to get those answered for you. And I hope that we see you in the team page.
All right, everyone, have a good happy Easter if you celebrate Easter. If not, just enjoy your freaking weekend.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.